God. Listen, I want to tell you something. You will see it before it manifests. You will see. You will see it before it manifests. And all right, enemy. Don't get nothing on you now. You will see it before it manifests. And what I mean by that is, whatever God has called you to be, whatever He's called you to do, hey, how y'all doing? You'll see it. Hey, my buddy.
You still walking around?
I'm still walking around. Whatever He's called you to do, whatever He's called you to be, you'll see it before it manifests. You see, Joseph had a dream, and he was young. He didn't quite understand his dream, being such a young age. He knew what he saw, but he didn't know the magnitude of what was being revealed to him in the spirit. And just like many of you, some of you, you're called to be kingdom financiers. Some of you, you're going to break the spirit of poverty off of your family. You know, some of you are going to be first generational millionaires within your family line. You know, you're going to be able to provide and help God's people. You're going to be able to give to the poor. You're going to be able to help people that will never be able to repay you. You know, because you have to be able to operate at certain levels for the kingdom of God to help free His people, you know, from the hands of the enemy, to help give His people other opportunities so that they won't have to take the route or the one way that the enemy provides for, you know, just to make ends meet. And many of you, you've had dreams. Some of you had dreams since you was a young child, and you didn't understand it, just like Joseph. And some of you still have dreams now, and you don't fully understand a lot. But you already seen it before it manifests, you know. And I'm a living witness, because there are many times God revealed things to me in dreams or open visions that I've had prior to me obtaining something. Just like, hey, you know, or He'll, you know. I ain't on FaceTime. He might want to be on the FaceTime with me. But, you know, I've had visions, you know. I saw myself doing things, and the power of words is very, very powerful. I remember when I left high school, I said that I was going to do some things. You know, there was a lot. I'm not going to say what I wanted to do, but everything that I spoke and said that I was going to do, by the grace of God, when I look back over my life, I did all of those things. And I remember I was talking to a family member, older family member. He said, "You can't do all that. That's too much. That pull you in so many different areas. No, you just pick one profession." But by the grace of God, I ended up doing all of those things, you know. And I remember when I started my business, God gave me a name. I saw the vision, and I got the name, and I wrote it down. And I think it was about, 7 years later, I ended up starting that exact business using the name that I had written down in this notebook, you know. And there were things when I was running my business, you know. This January was my 8th year of being in business, you know. I've been in business, that business that God gave me, I started it January, was my 8th year anniversary. And there were things that, there was a large equipment purchase that I needed for my business in time. I didn't know when it was going to come, but I saw it. I put the thing together. I picked it all out, looked at it and everything, and I gave it to God. And exactly how I saw it, that's what I have. That's what I got when it was the right timing for me to get that large equipment, you know. So you will see it before it manifests. You will see it before it manifests. Don't take your dreams lightly, and don't be trying to figure everything out. It ain't for you to figure out. Let me tell you something. When God want to bless you, when it's God's set time to bless you, I don't care, the economy can be going down. God don't need nobody permission to bless His people for your faithfulness, for your obedience, God will bless you in the presence of those who put their mouth against you. God will bless you in the presence of those who undermine you. God will bless you. Because see, if you keep your heart in the right posture, remain humble, not saying that sometimes your human side ain't going to come out. Ain't none of us perfect. But at the end of the day, remain humble, keep your heart in the right posture, and God will put your enemies to shame. God will put your naysayers to shame. And he will bless you in the presence of those who despised you. He will show them, I choose whom I want to bless. And see, when God brings you into the fullness of what it is that he actually has for you, there's nothing nobody can do to take that away from you. There's nothing nobody can do to stop. You understand what I'm saying? To stop it. When it's his set time to favor you, when it's his set time to bless you, he'll do just that. So don't try to figure it out. Don't try to, you might see a dream and say, oh, I dreamed, I saw myself having this, or I saw I had all this right here. Then your human mind, when you wake up in the natural, when you might see a vision, and the thing, you might have a desire that was given to you, because when we delight ourselves in him, he gives us the desires of our heart. And your human mind might try to start figuring out, and you might look at your present situation and circumstances. Just keep living life. Sometimes it's hard to, get the mind where it needs to be, but practice makes perfect. Don't try to figure it out, but put your pen to paper. Write your visions. Don't tell them to people. Sometimes people cause your blessings to be delayed. I was talking with this young lady yesterday. She moved down from what did she say? Gosh, I think she said Oregon, some state far off. She moved down to Georgia to help her aunt run her business. And she said, oh, I had this idea. She was just telling me all her she did. She really didn't want to let me go. Sometimes when you come in contact with people who can see your vision and they actually they wish you well, you don't want to let them go. I get like that sometimes when I have a friend, she and her husband and her children, good energy people. When we're talking, we're like-minded. We believe in many of the same things. We have a lot of the same goals, and we're a level that she's on. I want to be on that same level. So God gave her to me as a gift, because she's one that can be a mentor, and not only that, a teacher, a resource when I'm in position to begin working on that path. And so this young lady, she didn't want to let me go, because everything that she was saying about her business idea, her visions, I was like, yeah, because I was just adding to it. Every time she spoke it and she was saying so, I was just adding to it. Yeah, because you could do this and blah. And she was like, girl, she was like, I don't want to let you go. You're my friend. And she said, I lost all of my friends. She said, me and one of her best friends moved down from Oregon as well. She said, we had all these plans. She said, once we started one thing, they started one business, and they told some of their people they thought were their friends, and things started just going haywire. And they lost a lot of friends. A lot of people became jealous of them when they saw what they were doing, because they started it together. They started it together. And she said, we had so much hardship that we experienced. She said, but we came to the conclusion, and we were talking, and we said, every time we share something with them, it seems like something bad always happens. So she said, she said, we stopped sharing stuff with them because we realized that their heart wasn't with us, and we share stuff sometimes and they just be quiet after we say what we were saying, and sometimes we feel like, dang, we should have never said nothing or whatever. She said, but it wasn't until we kept our mouth closed, that's when we were able to get our business up and going and start growing and start doing well. She said, so now we don't tell nobody nothing, and it's just the two of us, right? So keep your visions to yourself, but you're gonna see that thing. You will see the vision before it manifests. You understand? God provides the provision. So just write them things down. Don't worry about how it gonna happen, when it gonna happen. Just live every day and enjoy your life, even with what's going on in the world. While some people be saying there's a casting down, the people of God will be saying there's a lifting up. While some people be saying they having it hard, you probably won't tell them, but you'll be like, I ain't having no hardship. I don't want to hear that negativity, or I want to stay on this side. Not that it's negativity, because if people are having hardship, they having hardship. But while some people are having it hard, you be having it easy. While business is going slow for some people, it'll be going fast for you. And I'm a living witness. I'm a living witness. Even during when we had the pandemic come, I had a lot of people who were experiencing a lot of hardship. Yes, things were hard, things were tight, but God kept his little baby girl moving right along. I tried not to never complain. I was thankful for the little. Things got slow sometimes, but then when I saw other people were slowing to the point where they had to close down businesses and stuff, I just kept praying and kept trusting God, and I just kept moseying right on through. You know, I didn't experience some of the struggles some of my counterpart experienced. That don't make me better than them or less than them, but I give God glory for his favor. So don't look at what other people, don't look at to your left, don't look at to your right. I always say, don't fall in the trap of comparing yourself to other people. What God has for you is just for you. And I'm a living witness. You will see the vision before it manifests. You got to believe it. All things are possible to them that believe. And get around like-minded people. Somebody don't agree with you, don't entertain negative people. Some people just want to come and sow seeds of discord. They don't agree with you, let them keep it on moving. Keep on moseying along. I'm going to get tunnel vision. I mean tunnel vision. You don't agree? Keep on. Daniel. Anyway, let me get off here because Daniel is showing out. Y'all have a blessed day, but you're going to see that vision before it manifests. Have a blessed day.